In the Salem School District, there is a standards for teaching. It's called the Framework for Teaching, and there are actually 4 domains that our teachers follow. The first is the planning and preparation. Domain 2 is classroom environment. Domain 3 is instruction, and domain 4 is professional responsibilities. The Fisk School Board presentation this year will focus on Domain 2 from our Frameworks for Teaching, classroom environment. At the beginning of each year, our classroom teachers establish a culture in their classroom to promote student learning. They focus on things like their interactions with kids, the importance of the work, having high expectations for their students, and managing classroom procedures. Having these in place certainly will create a culture in the classroom where students can be successful.
Good morning, Fisk School. Happy first day of school, 2015-2016 school year. This is Mr. Murray broadcasting from the main office. And welcome to all of our parents that are downstairs in kindergarten or up the hall in grade 1 or maybe 2 this morning. This is a special day for you also. Welcome to Fisk, all of our new students. We are excited to have you. All right, lunch today, Miss Joyce, she has not been on summer vacation. She's been raising these chickens to make chicken patties on a bun, served with leafy green lettuce and tomatoes. So these chickens are fresh out of the oven. Thank you, Miss Joyce, for not even taking one vacation day the entire summer to be making these chicken patties. Served with carrot sticks, low-fat dip, and vanilla pudding. All right, also fruits and vegetables. Have a wonderful first day of school. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you soon.
To create a warm and caring learning environment at the beginning of the school year, I begin by teaching the students the classroom routines and procedures.
Did any of you have a special job to do in kindergarten? If you did, raise your hand. You're my caboose. Do you know what the caboose does? It's really important. You go to the end of the line and make sure that everyone's in line and we're not losing anybody. Can you? So you're good at it. Perfect.
A strong school culture starts with relationships. So on that first day of school, all the adults are looking to start to build relationships with students. When there's a good relationship between the adult and the students, the kids' relationships are always better. The students certainly want to come to school and want this to be a fun place to be every day. So we start there with those relationships. We also make sure that we're very clear on what we expect of our kids. There can't be uncertainty around what the adults would expect. So being clear, having strong relationships is a place where we start.
All again. We will have a fun year together. Love, Mrs. Stevenson. Good.
We also, as a class, discuss and agree upon common rules, which will help develop a level of respect towards each other.
Good one, Michelle. Being quiet. Be quiet in school. Kylie?
Always keep your mouth closed when you're chewing.
Thinking about the things that make the beginning of the school year successful and the elements that have to come into play, I think about walking into a school or a classroom where the kids are busy and actively engaged and happy to be there, and they know what they're doing and they're eager to do it. And I think all of us strive to create that kind of atmosphere with our students, and it requires that we tell them very clearly at the beginning of the year, starting on the first day, what the expectations are, what the routine is. We try to, I think, eliminate surprises that would throw them a little bit. But I think one of the things that's been beneficial at Fisk School and other schools in Salem is that kids know when they enter the building that every adult in that building is glad that they're there. The adults have the kids back, and there's really it's truly a community of learning. And I don't think you have to tell the kids that. I think they know it. I think they feel it when they come in the door.
Talk when I'm talking. No interruptions, please. That's very important. And the most important one is to raise your hand if you need me. And then I'll call on you, just like Madison L. And then I noticed that Madison, you're doing all your work. You're working very quietly, and you're not interrupting any other student. Can you make a rainbow? Build a rainbow. So what color do you think she needs to do first if she doesn't have any rainbow up yet? What color first?
Red.
Red. There you go. What number are you, Madison? 9. So she puts it right in the spot where there's a number 9. Thank you, Madison. Now I noticed that someone helped Jody tie his shoes this morning. Who was my big helper? Who tied Jody's shoes this morning? That was you, Madison, again? Madison, for being such a big helper, you may make a rainbow.
Once the students understand and follow the classroom procedures and routines, feel cared for and respected, and trust their learning environment, the learning begins and the students begin to flourish.
You'll notice that Mrs. Stevenson loves to give out rainbows. I give out rainbows all day long for good behavior, and if you do something nice. My whole class is being on their best behavior. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Do you know what happens when we fill this whole jar up with pom-poms? We have a party. We celebrate. Sometimes we wear our pajamas to school. Yeah. Sometimes we have extra recess. We'll decide on what kind of party we'd like to have.
Dr. Delahanty, in his opening remarks at the beginning of the school year, talked about the growth mindset, which has been a good thing for me to think about and consider during this school year. The idea that kids, wherever they are, with hard work and effort, will improve and grow in their skills. And that's been a helpful way to look at things for 2 reasons. One, that tends to eliminate competition between kids if they realize that they're not competing with other students, that really they're competing against themselves to grow and improve. And also it's a very positive and very affirming way to look at learning, that I'm here now at this level, wherever that may be, but as time goes on, with effort, I can achieve and grow and get better. And I may not be good at this particular skill now, but I will be later. That's been a very positive kind of way to look at learning in the classroom.
The gradual release of responsibility model that we use in much of our instruction, I think, goes a long way to achieve that sense of learning in the classroom. I do it, we do it together, and then you do it. I have the students watch me, let's try this together, and now you can do it on your own. And they know every step of the way that I'm going to be right there to support them, to help them make those achievements and guide them when needed, so that they can too feel successful.
So you're going to do all of these sentences, there's 5 sentences, and fix them and rewrite them on the bottom.
Madison, what can you tell us about Mrs. Stevenson and the things that she did at the start of your 1st grade year?
She told me where you sit. She told me about the rainbow chart. And she told me where my reading spot was. And she told me about everybody's names. And do your best.